YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with a lot of news today regarding the Washington Commanders. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Let's get straight into today's video. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot of news regarding this team. Let's talk about the biggest news regarding the Washington Commanders, and just a lot of teams are still in the quarterback market. So, as we know, Sam Howell is the quarterback one for this season, right? But that isn't going to stop teams and media outlets from including Washington and potential quarterback, free agent signings, trades, draft news, and stuff like that, just because Sam Howell hasn't proven anything yet. So obviously, to the outsiders, we still need a quarterback, and quite frankly, that's true. You can't blame them for thinking that, because, again, Sam Howell is practically going into his first year, second year in the league. So outsiders are still like, Washington is missing a quarterback. So you can't be mad at these reporters for including us in these trade scenarios, these free agent signings, these drafts, scenarios where Washington gets a guy in the first round or something like that. So I just want to put that out there. But the elephant in the room, the news that everybody wants to talk about, is Lamar Jackson. If you don't know, if you're sleeping under a rock, today the Baltimore Ravens have they have signed Lamar Jackson to the franchise tag, the non-exclusive franchise tag, right? Which means this is the first time that I'm hearing about this. So the non-exclusive franchise tag is where, come March 15th for opening of free agency, Lamar Jackson is able to negotiate with any other team in the league and is able to sign a contract with any other team in the league. However, Baltimore then has, I want to say, a week to match the offer, or say, nah, go ahead and let him go ahead, and whoever offered him the contract, he goes play for them. But Baltimore then receives 2 first-round picks for Lamar Jackson. Now, this is a tricky situation because if they were just going to trade Lamar Jackson, they would have got way more than 2 first-round picks. So it's kind of hard to believe that they wanted to trade him, because if you wanted to trade him, you should have just did that. You would have got way more picks. Now you're only going to get 2 first-round picks. So it's kind of hard for me to believe that that is what they were wanting to do. But then again, it's like, okay, we're going to let other teams basically work out a deal for Lamar Jackson, and let other teams offer Lamar Jackson and see what they do, and then we're going to try to match them. And let's say Baltimore does match whoever offers Lamar Jackson. Why didn't you just offer him that in the first place if you were just going to match him? So it doesn't make sense to me. It's tricky, but that's not for us to worry about. For us to worry about, in a way, is to just shut down the rumors. Lamar Jackson's not coming to DC, okay? As badly as I would want that, I would love that, you would love that, it's not happening, okay? It makes all of the sense in the world, though. It does, okay? I done seen a lot of people's like mock landing spots, top landing spots for Lamar Jackson, and Washington has been in the top landing spots. And it makes all of the sense in the world, right? But we're not going to do that. We don't have the coaching staff. We don't have the team that is going to pursue a guy like Lamar Jackson. And then on top of that, considering the kind of year that we're headed into, with Dan Snyder potentially selling this team, more likely than not, he's going to sell this team. And then all of the lawsuits that he's facing, so he don't even have all the money. It's not going to happen, man. As badly as I wanted to, I would give up 2 first-round picks in a heartbeat for Lamar Jackson. Don't sit up here and tell me you wouldn't. If you honestly would sit up here and say, yeah, Juan, I would not give up 2 first-round picks for a former league MVP, a guy that's still not even in his prime. He's going to be headed into his prime once he gets a contract from whoever. You're crazy to say that you wouldn't want that. The Lamar Jackson signing would bring a feel back to DC that we haven't had since RG3. And not just because they're both running quarterbacks or just because they're both African American, but it's a sense of a guy that's electrifying and just has that swagger. And, that's a franchise guy. Like, no disrespect to Kirk Cousins. He was that guy for us, right? And we would be good if Kirk Cousins was here. But Kirk Cousins never had brought that swagger to Washington. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely sucks that we're not going to pursue him. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. We don't have the coaching staff and the smarts to do that. But that's just to shut down those rumors. And John Kime did that earlier too by shutting down rumors, telling everybody Lamar Jackson's not coming here. He's not coming to Washington. As bad as I want it and as good as it would be, it's not happening. So don't get your hopes up. Secondly, more owner news. So Dan Snyder, he actually was spotted. His helicopter was spotted at the NFL owners meeting. And if you know Dan Snyder, if you know this organization, he's never at these NFL owner meetings. So this is interesting that he may be there. Now, himself wasn't spotted there, but his helicopter was spotted there, or his plane rather was spotted at the NFL owner meeting. And they already came out and said that, yes, Dan Snyder's selling of the Washington Commanders will be an agenda and will be a topic at the NFL owners meeting. So it's definitely not a surprise that they're going to be talking about that. But what is a surprise is that Dan Snyder could be there, which means he's never been there. He's never been there. So you telling me just this one random year with all the selling rumors coming out, he just wants to show up? This is basically telling me, like, yeah, it's really happening. Okay, it's really happening. I'm pretty sure if he doesn't sell this team, though, he's going to be forced out because there are owners that want him to be out. So I'll keep you guys posted when I know more about the NFL owners meeting. All I know is that Dan Snyder potentially is there. I don't know if himself is there, but I know his plane is in. I want to say is in West Palm Beach where they're having this at. I know somebody in Dan Snyder's camp is there at the owners meet. All right, and when I know more information, I'll get on that. But I had to break that news to you because it's exciting, man. Because again, when Dan Snyder doesn't show up to these things, man. So to see any kind of sighting of him or any kind of sighting of something from his camp being there should let you know all you need to know for real. And then lastly, there's been a lot of people talking about Anthony Richardson, okay? Now, I'm not saying he's not going to be good, all right? That is not what I'm saying. What he did at the Combine was impressive, but you cannot sit up here and tell me you didn't expect that. The Combine was made for guys like him to be amazing, guys like Lamar Jackson to be amazing, even though he didn't partake in anything. Guys like RG3, these athletic quarterbacks, Justin Fields and Malik Willis, the Combine is set for these guys to perform well, okay? So Anthony Richardson doing what he did not move the needle for me. It did not surprise me at all. I knew he was going to do that. But what is surprising to me is that these fans of not just this team, but just overall already crowning this guy's the next big thing. How many times have we seen quarterbacks have good pro days, good combines, and then turn out to be nothing? Okay, and I'm not saying Anthony Richardson won't be nothing. I'm not saying he's not going to be good. But what I am saying is just pump your brakes. It's March, and y'all already crowning this guy to be the next big quarterback in the NFL with them before he even gets drafted. He's already going to have to require a minimum of a year sitting. But there are fans in this team and this fan base that wants us to take Anthony Richardson at 16. He's not going to be there at 16, by the way. But wants us to take Anthony Richardson. And it kind of have some growing sense to it because Anthony Richardson just said that Washington was one of the teams he met with. Now, I think Washington was just probably doing their homework, doing their due diligence on this guy, trying to pick his brain, use their meeting visits or whatever on guys. and obviously quarterback being one. And Anthony Richardson, why not interview the most explosive one? Why not interview the one that just tore up the combine to see where he's at? But I still firmly think Sam Howell's the guy. I still think going with Sam Howell is the smarter option, especially for the future of this team. So you can want us to get Anthony Richardson. To me, it don't make sense. Because at some point you're gonna have to play this guy. And then what are you gonna do with Sam Howell? Like, you have Sam Howell who's in his second year, but really his first, and you're trying to see what he's gonna do. But then you have a guy like Anthony Richardson, who you just spent the first round draft pick on, who was then sitting and learn. Yeah, he could be learning, but who's to say the same coaching staff is back next year? And who's to say the new regime wants this guy, Anthony Richardson? So it doesn't make sense, but there are people out there that actually want this kid. So let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. Washington is busy, man. They're always busy, and they're always in the name of the hottest topic in the NFL. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. The Lamar Jackson news, the Dan Snyder news, the Anthony Richardson news. Leave your comments and thoughts down below. Love you guys. As always, me and boy Wont Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Help to the Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. See you guys next time. Hello. Peace. Cross me one time, that's gonna get you popped. Get you popped, get you